I'm very sorry about that. My phone ran out of memory again. So this is going to be a two-parter, which I think is fair for this type of video. So, anyways, number 2, the Halloween franchise. A lot of people may be pissed off at me for this one, for putting it as number 2, but for people that has followed my YouTube channel, it shouldn't be surprising, especially if you know who number 1 is, especially since I talk about it a lot. So, people shouldn't be shocked, but I know that there's going to be at least 1% out there that will get butthurt over my decision. But anyways, it's life. I'm not going to have the same opinion as people. But I do like this. Originally, if you talked to me about a year ago, this series would have been number 3, and Nightmare on Elm Street would have been number 2. No, wait. This series would have been number 4. Nightmare on Elm Street would have been number 2, and Friday the 13th would have been number 3, but it has changed. I think, actually, I like Freddy. I like the Nightmare on Elm Street series and Halloween series about equally. But to make this a fair top 5, I have to decide which one I like a little bit more. But lately, I've been in a more of a Halloween mood than a Nightmare on Elm Street mood. And anyways, let's start it. This movie is credited as the first modern horror movie, the first slasher. Jamie Lee Curtis is credited as the first Final Girl. I disagree with people. And then there's people that think that Jamie Lee Curtis is the franchise. I call bullshit. Michael Myers and Sam Loomis, to me, are the 2 most important characters of the franchise. Anyone can play Laurie Strode, in my opinion. Yes, I do admit though, Jamie Lee Curtis did a good job, but for me, I actually prefer Scout as Laurie Strode. But then again, I think she's pretty attractive, so I'm a little biased. But I'm not saying I don't like Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode. I just think, to me, I watch Halloween for Michael Myers and Sam Loomis. And that's actually why I'm not a big fan of H2O. I get that it brought the franchise back to its roots. I get that. I respect it for what it did. But to me, I didn't like the whole prep school feel. I didn't like how similar it was in tone to Scream a little bit. No, let me take it back. I don't know how to explain this. It's just, to me, Halloween has always been about Michael Myers and Sam Loomis. Now, a lot of people may think, oh, so in that case, do you hate Halloween 3? I don't, actually. I like Halloween 3. There's so many what-ifs that you can do for the ending. Did he manage to get that channel to stop, or did he fail? What happened to his kids? Because they had Silver Shamrock masks, too. So, and this is my limited edition Blu-ray box set. Yes, I love this thing so much. And it's still in good condition. But then again, I like it when companies make it like this. Not like how the Child's Play box set is, or the Nightmare on Elm Street box set is. Actually, my Child's Play box set is pretty much screwed up. It kind of pisses me off. Anyways, let's get to number 1. Honorable mentions: Evil Dead, Hatchet, Alien. Because with Aliens, it's kind of hard to point, that can be either taken as a horror franchise or a sci-fi franchise or even a monster movie even. So anyways, let's get to number 1. This shouldn't be shocking. I don't think people should complain about me about putting Halloween at number 2 when this shouldn't even be shocking at all to people. If people know me on this channel, they should know that Leatherface is my favorite horror character, which that should give you a little hint at who's going to be number 1 in my top 5 horror characters. The Texans are Franchise Massacre series, except for that piece of shit. This movie sucks ass. Does it really shock people that this is number one? I mean, come on here. Anyways, yes, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is number one. The remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is actually what made me a huge horror fan. I watched horror movies before I saw it, but I don't know if I would have still been a huge horror fan to the point that I'm collecting masks if it wasn't for the remake. And it kind of annoys me that there are people that don't like it, because to me it's kind of like if I said that a movie that they were introduced to sucked. If that makes sense. I'm not triggered in any way about that. I respect their opinions, but I don't think these movies are terrible. It's better than this. And maybe better than this, but I'm biased. But I do like 3D a lot too, though. The franchise consists of the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2, Leatherface, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 3, Next Craporation. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, Next Generation. The remake and the beginning and 3D. And there's another movie coming out next year, most likely, called Leatherface. It's a prequel. I don't have high hopes for that movie at all. But, and I'm making a costume for the remake, which people know, and I'm going to be doing one for the original and Part 3 at some point. So yeah, guys, that's my top 5 horror franchises. I'm sorry for splitting this into 2 parts. I hope you have a good day. Keep the horror and metal and rock alive. I don't know why I always say that, but But yes. What I like about this movie is that the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series is so messed up and demented. That's why I love it so much. Anyways, guys, that's it. I'll see you all later.